going on, you guys? President Skimmy here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are playing Minecraft, and today we are going to be finishing the Pentagon tutorial series. In this video, if you guys have come from part 1 or part 2, or if this is your first time seeing this video, go check out part 1 and go check out part 2 so that you can come to part 3. And also, I'm not going to take up much of your time, but if you are new to the channel, join the secret service by tapping that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into part 3. Alright guys, so this is where we currently have left off at for our Pentagon tutorial series. We left off at the roof, which we will get to, but first things first, before we get to finishing the roof, and then to the windows, and then to possibly putting in our flooring, what we are going to do, we are going to open up our corridors so that we have the hallways that we can get through to each different building. First things first, to each of our corridors, what we're going to do, we're going to come down to the bottom here, and we're just going to clear out the wall, just like so, until we have each corridor connecting every single building, making passageway through the buildings so that we can get through. And what I'm going to do is, I know you guys probably don't want to sit through this, so I'm going to speed it up. But before I speed it up, I'm going to show you guys each pathway. So we're going to be doing this pathway here, going all the way to this wall here, which we'll be breaking. We're going to be doing that pathway. We're going to be doing the diagonal corridors, 1 and 2. And then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So in total we should have 8 corridors that we are going to clear out. If you guys do have any questions, let me know so I can help you in the comment section. Or you can reach out to me on Instagram. Go follow me. The link will be in the description down below. But let us clear out some walls so that we can proceed.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, so after you finish digging out your corridors, you should have something that looks like this, where you can freely go through each corridor as such. And now, what we are going to do, we are going to move on to our roof, so we can close it all off. So what you'll need for the roof, we will need smooth stone slabs, and I'm going to show you the technique that I use to build the roof. So, first things that we're going to do, we are going to take our slab and build off to the corner of our first layer that we have there, and we're going to build it one up. And we're just going to follow all the way down, not like that, but we're going to follow all the way down and all the way around. This one's going to end right there, and what we're going to do, we're going to come over to this side here, and the side of the Pentagon that we're on is the left side. So we're starting on the left side, and we're just going to follow right here, bring that over. And that one's going to meet to, let's see, I think it's going to meet to this one right here. So we're just going to extend that right here, like so. And we're going to also extend this one here to match with that. We're going to go over to the other side and do the same thing like we did on the other. Have these two match up to right here. And then we're going to extend this out to right there. And then we're going to continue, ending it there. Come over to this side, continue the line as we go, trying not to mess up, like so, all the way till we get to the corner. And what we'll do, we're just going to take this line and continue it all the way around until we reach back over to over there. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side, because we want these two sides to be equal, and then we'll place a top on the middle, which I'll show you guys how to do. So we're going to speed this up. And we want the corners connecting. So if you have a corner like that, we want it connecting like that. Like so. But let's speed it up. Here we go now. Alright, so we've made it to the tip, and what we're going to do is just going to keep going all the way around, and then once we do finish this layer, we're going to go to this side, and we're basically going to do the same thing, and we're going to do that for each layer. So for each layer, we're going to do the same thing before we put on the caps, and I will show you guys in a little bit how we will do the corridors. So just follow this layer around. The main layers of the Pentagon. Do not do your corridors yet, because you'll get confused if you try to do your corridors. And yeah, just follow my lead. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave any comments, questions, or concerns in the comment section, and I'll be happy to help you with whatever issue you may have. So let's get back to building. Alright guys, so now we've finished the first layer for our outer ring, and now we're going to go to the inner ring, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side, except this time we're on the inner ring. So we're going to follow our lead here, and we are going to continue to go on this outer ring here, like so. Now for these rings here, we are going to wrap it like this, and we're going to leave it there for that, like that for right now. I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. And that's just so our corridors will be connected. And I will show you how everything shall be once we get all settled in. So what you can do is just skip over there and break the 3 middle there. Keep going. And time for another time lapse. Almost. Good thing we came up to this part right here. So guys, what you will do when we get to this part here, you want to make sure that we get this right. We are going to continue where this was left off at. So what we'll do is we'll build this there like that, and then we will continue our line as if that corridor is not there. And you'll see why we've done that here in a little bit. Alright guys, so we finished the next layer, which is in our inner ring. Now I'm going to show you what we're going to do for the top to top it off, or to cap it as I said before. All we're going to do is come over to this corner, and we're going to place one up like that, get rid of that one, and we are going to fill in the entire empty space on the top with our cap, or our final layer. And for this, we're going to connect it to that, fill all this in like so. I'm just going to fill in all that empty space just like that. And basically what we've done here is what you're going to do for every single ring that we have. Of course I'm going to walk you guys through it so that you guys don't mess up. And then for these columns here, what you can do is just put your slabs on top of them, because we no longer need to marcate them. So we're just going to cover that like that, like so. Make sure you do that all the way around. And then for these, which are our straight ones, we don't necessarily have to do that, because these are going to be connected with our main line here, because our main cap also is going to protrude that way and match up with our inner rings once we get that finished and done. But time for another time lapse, which is your guys' new favorite. I will see you once we have finished this outer ring, and I will explain the next. Next thing I want to explain is what we were going to do with this here. So we're going to extend this layer out right there by 1 to be like so. That's going to be like that. It's going to go across. I'm going to fill all this in. This top layer. Main front entrance. So once we've done that, we are going to connect here, like so, to there, and we are going to close off that gap by just placing that layer like that, and we're going to continue filling in our cap, like so. Then we're going to make sure we fill in this little area there for our second entrance, and then we are going to fill in all the way back down, like so. Just like that. And then we're going to come back over here, and we are going to increase that going that way, and then fill up this here, like so, right now, and we will continue them when we get to the second ring of our pentagon. Like that, and then we're going to continue filling in the rest all the way around. So guys, when you get to this complicated section here, you are only going to fill in what's missing. So for what's missing, that's going to be our cap, and that's all you have to fill in. Don't worry about touching in, like putting in like that on top. We're just going to fill in the holes. Alright guys, so we finished the first ring of our Pentagon, and this is what you should have. It should look something like this. Now we are going to move on to our second ring, and the second ring, and the third ring, and the fourth ring, and the fifth ring. It's all pretty much the same thing, so just follow what we've done in the first ring, and then I will show you guys once we finish all the rings how to do your corridors, which is pretty simple. It's practically the same thing but on a smaller scale, and we will finish off with that, and then we'll get into our windows and hopefully finish off with the rest of our Pentagon tutorial. Alright guys, so first things first, come to the corner again, and we're going to place the first one. We're going to do the outer ring, go all the way around, then we'll do this inner ring, and then we'll cap it off. So, same steps as the first ring. Let's start building. When we get to the corridors, all that we're going to do, we're just going to connect them, and then we're basically going to continue on. Once we have both sides, we're going to continue on basically and build the same thing we built right here. So once you do this, you're just going to come to this side here, continue on your ring, like so. We don't have the middle part to worry about anymore. So things get a little bit easier as time goes on. There you go, connect that there. We're going to keep going, just like so. And we're going to fill our outer edge. Alright guys, first layer is done. Same thing on the other side, just like the first ring. Let's keep it going. And now once you have filled both sides, we are going to put our cap on. And we're going to fill up all our empty spots like we did in the first ring. Alright guys, so once you finish the roof of your Pentagon rings, now we're going to move on to our corridors and we're going to finish that side of the roof. So what you'll need is your smooth stone slab, and we're going to start over on this one right here. Each of your corridor roofs should be empty like this on all sides. So now what we're going to do, we are going to move over to the first one, and you're going to do the same thing on every single one of them. So I'm just going to do a couple here for you, and then I am going to fast forward a little bit, and we are going to move on from there. Okay, so we're going to do the same exact thing that we did for the normal ones, just here in the middle. So we're going to create that first line there, and we're going to have that go all the way around, like so. It like that, and then on the little opening that we have here, what we're going to do is we're just going to build the top and cover it just like that, and it's that simple. That's basically all you have to do. So for each little opening, that is what you're going to do. I'm going to do another one for you guys. So we're just going to come over here, place down the slab there, and we're going to build the ring around it like so. Just like that, and then on the top we're just going to fill it in, and boom, there we go. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to fast forward, I'm going to go through a little zoom as I like to call it, and you guys just do the same thing all the way around, and once we finish that, we are going to start working on our windows, and yeah, we'll pretty much be done by that point. So I will see you guys at the next step. Alright guys, so after you have finished all of that, this is what the top of your Pentagon should look like. Your roof should be completely covered now, and you should see no more holes. And now we are going to move and work on our windows. So let's go to the outside here, and you're going to take out some black stained glass paint, and let's get started on the windows. Alright guys, so first things first, what we're going to do, we're going to take our black stained glass paint, and we're going to go over to our corner here on the left side of the Pentagon, and we are going to break 2 just like that, and then we're going to skip 2 like so. Oh, you don't want to make 3, so it's going to look just like that. And then after 1, 2, we're going to go down, skip another 2, and follow the same pattern until we have 3 floors that look exactly like this. So for our windows, what we're going to do, there's 3 floors. We're just going to do the same skipping 2 for each floor, going all the way around like so. Try not to make a 3 by 2, so it should look like that. And we're going to go down and do the same thing on the next floor. Just like that, and we're going to go down to our final floor and do the same thing. So this is what it should look like, and then once we have that, we are just going to fill it in with our glass pane. You can use any glass pane that you want. I'm using black stained glass paint for this one. I think in my showcase video I used the regular glass pane. Glass plane, tongue twisted. We're just going to fill in all these holes, and we're going to do it on the inside as well. So our windows are going to be on the outside and the inside. But that's up to you guys if you want them on the outside as well, because you can do them in here as well to make your windows. So for this one here, what we'll do, we'll skip the first block on our corner, go in like that, and do the same thing for all 3 levels. And then going all the way around the Pentagon, what's going to happen is we're just going to follow the same pattern that we're doing here. just like that. And then on this side you can do the same thing. So we're starting from right here. Let's get the 2. And it's not anywhere specific that you need your windows, as long as you're following the same pattern on both sides of your rings. It should turn out decent. Just like that. And then what you'll do, you'll just fill it all in with your glass pane, which I'm not going to do to save time, but that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to move over and I'm going to keep doing the same pattern. So if you guys want, just follow the same pattern that I'm doing. Doesn't matter where you place your windows at, as long as you have windows, that's all that matters. I'm going to do each level like so. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. So we're going to do that middle part there like that. Then we're going to go over to the other side of our Pentagon and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go over to our corner, put 2 blocks there, skip 2. Keep going until we cannot go any longer. Just like that. Go down, make our other 2 layers. Like that. This is what the front of our Pentagon should look like so far. Still gotta do that middle part right there. We're gonna come over, do the same thing, skip 1, skip the 2, like so. Like that. And don't forget, guys, to do it on the inside as well, and to do it on both sides of the rings. So you're going to do it on this wall, you're going to do it on that wall, just like how we did over there, just like that. And then you can do the same thing here for these walls, which is in our middle part here. What we'll do, we'll come over, we'll skip 2. So. And then come down and just do the same thing for all of our floors. Just like that. Do the same thing on this wall as well. And we'll just repeat the pattern all the way across on all of our rings. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how it looks on the side, so that you guys don't have to be afraid when you do the side part here. And you'll do the same thing for the inside. What you'll do is you come, you'll skip the first block, do like that. And you'll just keep following that 2 pattern until you go all the way around, like so. So you see how that looks like that, and then you'll follow the same thing for your floors on each wall, like so. Real simple, just time consuming, but it can be done very easily. So you're just going to keep following that pattern all the way down. So you get to over here. Keep following it, keep following it, keep following it. All the way around on all your rings, even the inside rings. And this is what you should have for your final product. Also guys, what we'll do is, I'll show you guys the inside here. So what we'll do, take over to our corner here. This is where we are headed. Break the two. Same thing for our inside. Just like that. This is what our inside should look like for our inside wall, and then we'll just follow the same pattern over here. So we'll break this one here, skip two, break. Now for these, you won't use the paint, you'll use the glass blocks if it's on the side like that, or if you don't want it on the side like that, which I think you should have it like this, you'll use the glass block. So you'll take out your black stained glass block and you'll just put it like that. And you also, if you don't want to use the paint, you can use glass blocks just like that instead of the paint. It's really up to what you want to do. But you'll just follow the same pattern on the inside rings like so. And you'll do that for each level. Like that. So you'll do it all the way around, following each level, and you'll have it. Alright guys, so once you finish all of your windows, you should have a pentagon that looks like this. As you can see, the windows are all over the building, on the outside, and also on the inner rings. Once you have that done, you have completed the Pentagon tutorial series. Congratulations, you now have your own Pentagon. Do as you want, shared with your friends, shared with me. If you want me to come check it out, or if you need help, let me know. You guys know how to reach out to me. And yeah, so with that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you guys for all the support that you've shown. Thank you for being here and being a part of our great big secret service. Until the next video, I will see you guys in the next video. President Gamer signing off. Bye-bye.